Yo, what is good, Ninja? OJ over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another PE Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. Today, we've got some great topics for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So the Punch-Out inspired Pato Box is coming to Nintendo Switch in 2018. And when I say Punch-Out inspired, I mean, yeah, it's really Punch-Out inspired. So you can play the Nintendo Switch version at PAX South 2018 as well. So Pato Box, an adventure and fighting game inspired by the Punch-Out series, is coming to Nintendo Switch in addition to its previously announced PC and PS Vita platforms in 2018, developer Bromeo has announced. Now, the Nintendo Switch version will be playable for the first time ever at PAX South 2018, which runs from January 12th to January 14th in San Antonio, Texas. And here's an overview of the game via its Steam Greenlight page. The About: Pato Box is an adventure and fighting game inspired by Punch-Out series. Taking place in the building of a corrupted corporation, you play as Pato Box, a boxing champion with a special distinction of having a duck's head and a man's body. He has been betrayed by members of the Death Flock, the same company that has been sponsoring him during his career. Pato Box will find retribution by finding Death Flock's henchmen while discovering the dark secrets the company hides and the truth behind his treason, one fight at a time. Dive through Death Flock's building, explore and encounter a series of intense fights that will test your reflexes and awareness while Pato Box's story reveals itself. And here are the key features of the game: innovative visual proposal inspired by the style of graphic novels, original artwork fights mixed with a 3D world environment that feels just as if you were inside Pato Box's graphic novel, while you explore the world of Pato Box in unique areas with traps and mini-games. A story filled with mystery, flutter, and tension will unfold. Using boxing techniques, find and fight 7 different bosses with unique abilities and mechanics. Hidden collectibles to expand the story, unlock the hard mode, and test the player's abilities. And we got some information on the gameplay as well. So Pato Box has a strong correlation to Super Punch-Out gameplay. Intense fights with interesting characters and the need to replay the fights until you get the correct attack patterns of the enemies. However, the similarities end there. Pato Box proposes exploration as a fundamental part of the gameplay between fights. In these sections, you will have to find your way to Death Flock's headquarters while solving complex puzzles and mini-games. During the whole game, you will control Pato Box from a third-person perspective. The only difference between exploration and combat is that the earlier you will be able to move Pato Box through 3D environments. Now we got some information on the combat. Dodge, block, and perform lower or upper attacks to defeat your enemies. Be aware of your enemies' moves to detect cues of their next attack. Enemies with different attack patterns and mechanics to defeat them. Exploration: hunt down Death Flock's henchmen through 3D environments, find information about the organization and its members, as well as clues to discover the truth behind the treason of Pato Box. Puzzles and mini-games to progress through Death Flock's headquarters, interactive dialogues. And you guys have checked out multiple times the Nintendo Switch version going here with the trailer, and this is probably going to be one of the most intriguing independent games to come to Nintendo Switch, because obviously Nintendo does not have Punch-Out ready for the Nintendo Switch. At least we don't think they have a Punch-Out, and even if they do, I doubt they would go this far into the story and also exploration, puzzle solving, all this other stuff. Punch-Out has never been about that. Punch-Out literally has like no story outside of Little Mac, like in the Bronx, fighting people, all themed from different countries. You win. That's about it. So this is definitely different when it comes to some of the other things, and I think that that's good. Like, if you want to take the core mechanics of Punch-Out, you want to put a game around that, but then you also want to put your own touch on the game, I'm all down for it. Now, the guy is half man, half duck, which is absolutely stupid, but it's just stupid enough to catch my attention, and it's also kind of like Mad World in terms of the graphical style. So I do like Mad World or Sin City. It's stupid enough with the looks of it. It has a graphical style that I like Mad World from the Wii, and it's Punch-Out, which I don't like Punch-Out too much, but there's 3D elements in there. There's like puzzle solving, which I don't like too much, in mini games, which I'm not a huge fan of. But throwing all that stuff together, makes me somewhat interested. Makes me somewhat interested to try this one out, especially because I play all of the Punch-Out games. I like Punch-Out. I just feel that Punch-Out is just so like the same thing each time. It's like, okay, you gotta just memorize the pattern, and once you got that pattern, you're good as far as Punch-Out goes. But it is always difficult. Punch-Out is one of those games where you're gonna mess up over and over and over. There's no leveling, there's no other things to help you out there. So I do understand the appeal of Punch-Out and why so many people like the game. So I always play them, but they're not my favorite when it comes to things. So what do you guys think about Pato Box? I know I'm gonna try it out. It's a definitive heck yes, I have to try out this game. It's just stupid enough looking, and it has just enough of an art style that interests me for me to try it out. And with no Punch-Out from Nintendo, I think they have a golden opportunity, unless Nintendo comes out with something. But even still, they have a golden opportunity to catch a lot of the Punch-Out crowd with this one here. So I'm thinking they wanted to make sure that they got that Nintendo Switch version ready, because that's probably where it's going to sell the most. So what do you guys think about Pato Box coming to Nintendo Switch in 2018? And are any of you guys going to be able to play the game at PAX South? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the final article here, Nintendo's president Tatsumi Kimishima talks about a variety of things when it comes to Nintendo Switch in terms of its success, Nintendo's mobile business plans, making movies, expanding into China, being original, and a lot more. And I'm not going to go over everything when it comes to this. I'll probably split it up, but I'm going to go over some of the more interesting things that I saw here. Now, this is recently from an interview with Tatsumi Kimishima. I'm going to go ahead and highlight some of the stuff here. So talking about the Nintendo Switch's success, here's what Mr. Kimishima had to say on the matter. Has surpassed Nintendo's expectations. The portability aspect has been accepted by consumers. Nintendo wants to raise its sales forecast to over 20 million units this year. If the goals for FY 2017 are reached, then Kimishima thinks Nintendo can change the business flow. So that's very interesting that they want to raise it to over 20 million. The last time we got the numbers, they said, hey, we want to do 20 million. Now they're saying over 20 million for this FY year, so from 2018 to 2019. And obviously, if you want to have that type of money coming in, or as far as changing the business flow, there has to be multiple big hitters. We're talking at least 5 to 6 big hitters. I would have to think that Pokemon, Smash Bros, and like Animal Crossing could be coming or something like that, because having that much, or you have so much third party that it just forces everyone to buy this system. So there's definitely some big things on the horizon here. Let's go ahead and get into China now as far as what Nintendo's planning to do there. So Nintendo has wanted to expand there and have tried for several years. The authorities have their own thoughts on software, so Nintendo has to carefully consider how to go about selling games. For smartphone games, it's a matter of receiving support from the Chinese company that would distribute them over there. And here are the key words for Nintendo going in this new year here. So Kimishima said originality. So Nintendo being Nintendo, not copying other people, but originality. And I absolutely love that concept in terms of the new year and the key words. There's also some more though. So this way of thinking is considered the most important by Nintendo. Nintendo will always pursue products that will surprise people in a different way than other companies. Nintendo wants to continue creating things that people in a broad range of ages, starting from children, find to be interesting. So this is a great way as far as their thinking. If you don't think this way, we would have never gotten the Nintendo Switch. We would have never gotten half of the franchises that we see here, and we would just see stuff like Call of Duty from Nintendo if they wanted to copy everyone else and just shooters and stuff like that. I'm absolutely thrilled that Nintendo picks their own path. Now, there's definitely some things that they need to do better. You can have originality, but you also need to make sure that you shore up a couple other things for people. Obviously, online is going to be big this year in terms of how Nintendo handles that, because it is going paid. You still need to get details on that, but I'm confident that since Nintendo is charging for it, they've made the necessary adjustments that they need to make in order to have a competitive and good online in terms of baseline, starting over, because guys, this is from scratch. This isn't borrowing from what they've done before of their online, so we'll see how that works out. But I love the fact that they're talking about originality. And if you look at Nintendo's games, especially across 2017, they had original games, they had fantastic titles, different concepts that were completely different from other games out there. So many different styles when it comes to Splatoon. You also had Super Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. You had bigger third-party titles like Skyrim and Doom. There was just so many different styles of games, genres to play RPGs like Disgaea. You had great independent titles like Minecraft, SteamWorld Dig 2. You also had some other stuff like Rocket League. You know, there were just so many great games on the Nintendo Switch in 2017, and I think Nintendo wants to keep the flow going in addition to keeping their own identity, which makes them unique and doesn't make them a Me Too console or a Me Too company. So shout outs to Nintendo for doing that, being original and being themselves, and hopefully 2018 is even going to be better than 2017, and I think it will be, especially with the Nintendo Switch sales rolling the way that they are. I think we're going to get a lot of great content in 2018. So what do you guys think about what Mr. Kimishima had to say here? I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Alright Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. It really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube live gaming page and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below. Consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next video. Peace.